66 million years ago, the Earth did not end. It changed its mind. This is not the story of how the dinosaurs died. This is the story of the day the world learned how fragile forever really is.
There was a time when Earth breathed in silence, a time when no human called it home. Forests stretched like endless green oceans. The air was warm, heavy with moisture and resin. Swamps exhaled mist like the lungs of the planet itself. For millions of years, this world worked. Every step had a purpose. Every breath belonged. The sun rose over a world that seemed eternal. This was the late Cretaceous, an age of giants, an age of creatures so immense they appeared carved from the earth itself. Across coastal plains, herds of Triceratops moved slowly, their weight pressing deep into soft ground. They fed calmly, methodically, as if tomorrow would be no different from today. Nearby, hadrosaurs crossed shallow rivers, their calls echoing across wetlands that had never known silence. Above them, enormous winged reptiles glided, not rushing, not afraid. And deep within the forest, there was another presence, heavy, measured, unmistakable. A Tyrannosaurus rex. Not merely an animal, but dominance given form. Muscle, bone, instinct, sharpened by millions of years. Dusk carried ancient calls across valleys, signals written into bone and blood. Life flourished everywhere. There were no signs of decline, no warnings, nothing suggested an ending. Nothing here was waiting to end. Everything believed it had time. But Earth's history is not shaped by intention. It is shaped by physics, by collision, by chance. Far beyond the sky, beyond anything that could be seen, a fragment of stone was drifting. It had no purpose, no hatred, no awareness, only motion. Born from ancient collisions in the early solar system, it had wandered through darkness for millions of years, passing planets, crossing emptiness, and then it entered Earth's gravitational reach. No alarm sounded, no signs appeared. Below, life continued. On land, dinosaur hatchlings stumbled through mud, falling, rising, following their parents. In a hollow log, a small mammal, one of many forgotten species, curled into the shadows. It survived by staying unseen. None of them knew that the sky was already changing. High above, air would soon compress, temperatures would spike, and a body tens of kilometers wide would become a sphere of fire. For millions of years, this world worked. Every step had a purpose. Every breath belonged. Nothing here was waiting to end. Everything believed it had time. The asteroid was accelerating, faster than any storm, faster than any creature had ever fled. And directly beneath its path lay a shallow sea rich in sulfur and limestone. A place that, once struck, would fuel a planetary catastrophe. Millions of years later, humans would name it Yucatan. Now imagine, not a day, but a single minute. Somewhere on land, a triceratops lifts its head toward unfamiliar light. Birds fall silent. Insects freeze. The sky begins to glow. A sunrise at the wrong hour. No one understands, but bodies do. This light does not belong to Earth. The asteroid strikes the atmosphere. Air ahead of it compresses instantly and explodes into flame. The surface of the object glows white-hot, not because it burns, but because friction has turned the sky into a furnace. From the ground, it appears as a streak, then a growing orb of light, 10 kilometers wide, but carrying more energy than every weapon humanity would ever build combined. It descends, and in its final seconds, the sky burns brighter than 2 suns. Air vibrates. Animals freeze. Not from understanding, but because Earth itself seems to hold its breath. Then, light. A flash powerful enough to erase shadows. A soundless explosion, moving faster than sound itself. Time fractures. The asteroid strikes shallow ocean. Water does not splash, it vanishes. The sea flashes into vapor. The crust bends and ruptures. Rock melts. A wound opens, nearly 200 kilometers wide. Energy is released beyond comprehension. Within thousands of kilometers, nothing survives. No forest, no ocean, no sound, only fire. From the ocean rises a wall of water, hundreds of meters tall, moving faster than anything alive.
Across distant shores, the sea withdraws unnaturally, then returns to erase coastlines. But this is still not the end. The sky begins to fall. Rock blasted into space returns glowing. Billions of fragments rain down, each one igniting what remains. Fires merge into continents of flame. Smoke thickens, ash rises, and for the first time in Earth's history, the sun begins to disappear. Somewhere, a Tyrannosaurus runs through collapsing trees, not to hunt, but to escape heat. There is nowhere to go. This disaster will not kill by impact alone. It will kill with darkness.
Within hours, ash, dust, and sulfur will seal the sky. Light will fade, temperature will fall, and when photosynthesis stops, the world will begin to starve. What follows in the next 24 hours is not simply catastrophe, it is the end of an age. When the Earth begins to die slowly. Hour 1. A planet on fire. In the first hour after the impact, Earth is no longer a planet. It is a furnace, not in one place, but everywhere air still exists. Fragments of molten rock rain from the sky. Each one ignites the ground. Each fire feeds another. Within minutes, isolated flames merge. Forests become oceans of fire. Grasslands burn as if soaked in fuel. The wind, once a bearer of life, now carries heat faster than any creature can flee. Thousands of kilometers from the impact site, animals collapse without wounds, not crushed, not drowned, but unable to breathe air that has become fire. Hour 2. The ocean stops being water. In the oceans, the tsunami does not come once. It comes in waves. First, a wall of water rises, not tens of meters high, but hundreds. Then the sea retreats, exposing the seabed for a brief moment, and then it returns, heavier, deeper, unstoppable. Ancient marine creatures, survivors of countless ages, are thrown onto land, only to be dragged back and crushed. Near the impact site, the ocean itself has vanished. Water flashes into vapor. Salt, sulfur, and metals rise into the sky, joining ash and smoke. The sea, once Earth's stabilizer, has become a factory of poison. Hour 3. Air turns against life. Smoke thickens. Not clouds, not mist, but a mixture of ash, pulverized rock, and sulfur ripped from shattered limestone. It rises higher than storms, higher than rain can cleanse. It enters the stratosphere, a place where nothing falls quickly. The sun still exists, but its light weakens. Not darkness yet, just dimmer, as if the world's brightness is being slowly turned down. Hour 6, the Earth falls silent. 6 hours after impact, the familiar sounds of Earth disappear. No insects, no calls of predators, no wind through leaves, because the leaves are gone. Only fire, cracking ground, and seismic waves racing around the planet. The shockwaves have circled Earth, then returned, then circled again. Each pass erases another ecosystem, but the worst is still coming. Stage 5, Hour 6 to Hour 24, when light vanishes. Hour 8, the first true darkness. 8 hours after impact, the sky begins to darken. Not like dusk, but like a wound closing over the sun. Light scatters, bends, and disappears into billions of particles suspended overhead. Plants, living machines powered by light, begin to respond. They stop growing. They stop opening. Photosynthesis, the engine of life, begins to shut down. Hour 12, the cold arrives. As light fades, heat follows, not gradually, but catastrophically. Thermal energy stored over millions of years leaks into space. Nights arrive sooner, last longer, grow colder. The largest animals, creatures that require enormous energy, begin to weaken. Not from injury, but from the inability to stay warm, to move, to live. Hour 18, global hunger. When plants die, herbivores follow. When herbivores fall, predators starve. This is not a violent death. It is a slow, unavoidable one. A triceratops stands among blackened trees. No leaves, no shoots, no future. Elsewhere, a Tyrannosaurus rex wanders, not hunting, but searching for anything alive. But the world itself is starving. When the fire faded, there was no victory, only silence. They did not all die at once. They faded, one hunger at a time. Hour 24. Silence. One day after impact, the sky is no longer blue. It is a low, gray ceiling. Ash falls like snow, covering bones, covering soil, covering open eyes that no longer see. Many dinosaurs are still alive, but their world is gone. The food web is broken. The light has vanished, and the cold has only begun. Extinction does not happen in a day, but this day decides everything. Fire had failed. Cold would finish the job. The giants did not fall screaming. They disappeared quietly. The sun was still there. It just could no longer reach the earth. There was no enemy left to fight, only time and an empty sky. Stage 6, closing. Not the end, the survivors. Beneath ash, inside burrows, underwater, small lives still move. They are not strong, not large, not dominant. But they possess something the giants never needed, the ability to wait. They eat little, they hide, they endure darkness. The return of light. Months pass, then years. Dust begins to settle. Light returns, weak, pale, but enough to awaken seeds. Ferns emerge first, then moss, then life follows life. There are no dinosaurs, but there is a future.
That day was not only the end of dinosaurs, it was the moment Earth chose another path. From the ashes, small creatures would rise, learning to remember, to think, to ask questions. Millions of years later, one of them would look up at the sky and wonder, what happened to the world before us? The answer lies in stone, in ash, and in the memory of the Earth itself. When the fire finally stopped, the world did not cheer. It held its breath. The giants were gone, but life did not end. It hid. The asteroid did not end life on Earth. It changed its direction, and in that silence, the story of us began. This was not a new beginning. It was simply not the end. For years, the Earth did not heal. It waited. The dinosaurs never knew what came after, and for a long time, neither did the Earth. The planet was empty, but not finished. The future did not arrive roaring, it arrived hiding. Extinction did not end the story. It changed who would be allowed to continue it. If stories like this matter to you, if you believe the memory of this planet should not fade, then stay. Here, we listen to what time tried to erase.